Hi guys, welcome to our channel. Paint to Pin. First Amendment protects freedom of religion, speech, press, assembly, and the right to petition the government. It ensures citizens can express themselves without government interference. Second Amendment protects the right to keep and bear arms. This has been the subject of much debate regarding the extent of individual versus government rights to regulate firearms. Third Amendment prohibits the government from quartering soldiers in private homes during peacetime without the owner's consent. This amendment originated from grievances against British troops before the Revolutionary War. Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable searches and seizures by the government. It requires warrants to be issued based on probable cause and describes the conditions under which they should be granted. Fifth Amendment guarantees several rights related to legal proceedings, including the right to due process of law, protection against self-incrimination, and protection against double jeopardy, being tried for the same crime twice. Sixth Amendment guarantees the right to a fair and speedy trial by jury in criminal cases, the right to be informed of the charges, the right to confront witnesses, and the right to legal counsel. Seventh Amendment provides for the right to a jury trial in civil cases involving disputes over property or money exceeding a certain value, ensuring that individuals have access to a jury in certain types of civil disputes. Eighth Amendment prohibits excessive bail, excessive fines, and cruel and unusual punishment. It ensures that punishments are proportional to the crime committed. Ninth Amendment asserts that the enumeration of certain rights in the Constitution does not deny or disparage other rights retained by the people. It recognizes that individuals have rights beyond those explicitly listed in the Constitution. 10th Amendment reserves powers not delegated to the federal government by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states respectively, or to the people. It reinforces the principle of federalism and limits the scope of federal authority. 11th Amendment limits the ability of individuals to sue states in federal court. It prohibits federal courts from hearing lawsuits against states brought by citizens of another state or a foreign country. 12th Amendment revised the procedure for electing the president and vice president, separating the balloting for each office in the Electoral College. 13th Amendment abolished slavery and involuntary servitude except as punishment for a crime. It was passed after the Civil War to end the institution of slavery in the United States. 14th Amendment defines citizenship, provides equal protection under the law, and prohibits states from depriving any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. 15th Amendment prohibits the denial of voting rights based on race, color, or previous condition of servitude. It aimed to ensure that African Americans could not be denied the right to vote based on their race or previous status as slaves. 16th Amendment allows Congress to levy an income tax without apportioning it among the states or basing it on the United States Census. It significantly expanded the federal government's revenue-raising power. 17th Amendment established the direct election of United States senators by popular vote instead of being chosen by state legislatures. 18th Amendment prohibited the manufacture, sale, and transportation of alcoholic beverages, leading to the era known as Prohibition. It was later repealed by the 21st Amendment. 19th Amendment guarantees women the right to vote, also known as women's suffrage. It was a significant milestone in the women's rights movement. 20th Amendment sets the dates for the beginning and ending of the terms of the elected federal officials, including the President, Vice President, Senators, and Representatives. 21st Amendment repealed. The 18th Amendment ending prohibition and allowing for the regulation and taxation of alcoholic beverages. 22nd Amendment limits the number of times a person can be elected president to 2 terms or a maximum of 10 years if they assume the presidency due to the death or resignation of the previous president. 23rd Amendment grants residents of Washington, D.C. the right to vote in presidential elections by allocating them electoral votes. 24th Amendment prohibits the imposition of a poll tax or other taxes as a condition for voting in federal elections. 25th Amendment establishes procedures for filling vacancies in the office of the President and Vice President, as well as procedures for presidential succession and the declaration of presidential incapacity. 26th Amendment lowers the voting age from 21 to 18, granting the right to vote to citizens who are 18 years of age or older. 27th Amendment prevents members of Congress from granting themselves pay raises during the current session. Any pay raise that Congress approves for itself cannot take effect until after the next election of the House of Representatives.